Yo, what's up, folks? Invite is looking hot right now, and we've got a great match between two teams that are looking kind of promising, kind of showing where they belong in this invite cesspool. That's not the right word for it. I'm sorry. My name's Ro. I'm here with Giblert. We've got siyo, aka Jay, on the cam. We're gonna be doing some hot bagel. This is bagel, Gilbert.
It's not Gilbert. It's Giblert. Come on.
Giblert.
But
Bruh.
it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, you are correct on Bagel. Very close matchup we have between these two teams. Estrogen took my homie. Been around Invite for a while, as well as Cat Posse. Been away for a few seasons, but has played two previous seasons of Invite, plus an advanced championship. Do you want to run down the rosters for us real quick?
Yeah, we got Cat Posse with our two scouts, Yum Yum and Shining Star. The soldiers are going to be Toss on Roamer, KTB on Pocket, Kura on Demo, and Broteen on the Medic class. These names escape me. But the other side, they've got some names I'm very familiar with. You've got Scream on Flank Scout, Paulie playing the Pocket Scout, Frick My Nick with the return on Roamer, Quacks on Pocket, Sleepy Demo Man, and Pablo on Medic.
Yep. Should be pretty much very similar rosters to what we've seen before. Estrogen took my homie. Returning Scout Duo plus Pablo. Two different soldiers this time. Of course, Sleepy also returning on Demo. Last season they had Apathy, and the other name escapes me also. But this time around they got Arovine Fan, aka Frick My Neck, aka Electroheart, and Quacks coming up from Rome. So, very strong soldier duo. Pretty good experience on the side of Frick My Neck. Quacks less experience, but really had a great season last season in advanced. And it's really been showing so far that, that's what it takes, I think. Then on the side of Cat Posse, we have pretty much the same team as their previous run. And I believe it was like Season 8, Season 9-ish. And as well as their previous season, like Season 6, Season 6-ish, where they both seasons where they played Invite previously. Except for Medic, previously they had Ray for their advanced and first Invite season, then Charis on Med for their next Invite season. Now have, I believe, Hannah on Med taking over.
Yeah, and that
Protein,
consistency of playing with mostly the same people, that usually bodes well for a team when they get to that invite level. Is they've got that what's the word I'm looking for here? Starts with a C. Cohesion. That's the word I'm looking for. They've got that cohesion. Giblert.
Yeah, I mean both these teams, like I said, played previous invite seasons with each other before. Some of them done, some pretty successful seasons. The first invite season for Cat Posse, they went 7-11. Very good start compared for a team's first go at invite. Next season didn't go quite as well. Got 7th place out of 8th, but I mean, I think in the current state of invite, with so many teams being so close in skill level, I think they could it really go any way. They could feasibly make playoffs this season. They could feasibly finish 7th, 8th again. But I mean, everyone's so close. It's really hard to tell so far. And personally, I would definitely say they're like towards the middle, like probably 5th, maybe even 4th.
I was gonna.
It will remain just be seen. It's just so hard to predict. So many like the lower 4 or 5 teams being so close. And you have like the clear like what top 1 or 2, maybe 3. You got Froyo, you got Covenant, you got Greasy Thothogs or Thodogs, whatever their name is.
Dog.
Yeah, Greasy Dotogs. But after that, really, it's like all up in the air. Most of the games so far have been close. We had Cat Posse facing off with the other cat team, Cat Girl Cafe, barely winning that one, 1-0. So long, dragged out game on Metalworks, as you often expect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Metalworks will do that to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Estrogen, my homie, starting at tier 2, lost 0-5 both times, but they did play top 3 tier teams. They played Froyo, so can't really blame them there, as well as Greasy Thog Dogs or whatever their name is.
Dot hog.
Yeah.
So yeah, even though it's a tall order to show up against those top teams and win, so naturally they did not. But that's why they're here. They're here to show that they are not just pushovers. And on Bagel, you got to get 3. Got to get 3 rounds, and it's all yours.
4.
I'm sorry, it's 4. I forgot. I literally can't count.
Sorry, take it away with the first mid, though.
Yeah, I'm looking at this sleepy demo. Getting eyes on the right side. Looking for any players to hit. Not really connecting with much. Players just playing passive on the blue team. It's going to be our Estrogen took my homies. They've got a nice lockdown. Just waiting patiently. No one's going to initiate until they have the right timing. Soldier goes for it. Nope, just getting a little bit of high ground here. Same thing with Polly playing this up top on the bagel. Looking for anyone trying to get across. And I'm just, come on. Someone,
no,
break it.
The side,
Break
but, I mean, with the bagel, I mean, all you have to do is really edge the cap sometimes if you have the slow fight. And we almost had red team cap Posse taking the cap already, but now kind of driven off just as they only had a cap. Now fighting for control, Ubers are even now. Now blue side on side of Estrogen taking a bit of the point time, getting chipped away, still back and forth, just kind of a fight for these houses, a lot of spam back and forth. But still, yeah, like you said, no cap, very slow. Oh, but Demo taking a very slow Karamba getting arrowed there by Bro Team, just barely staying alive, and it's still no picks. As we have Yum Yum making a play here, taking the house, but backing off.
I'm fully expecting someone to run out of ammo right here. There's been nothing but pre-fire shots, shooting the corners. Demo's really committed to the point here, finally gets a little bit of juggled up, and Sleepy capitalizes on that follow-up damage from Frick My Nick, playing that shack, that awning. The Uber goes off from Pablo, just staying alive on 10 HP, getting the players forward. No one's gonna be able to find the other medic though. Oh no! Musclehunks.com, aka. Oh man, I'm already losing it. Bro Team. Getting picked off. Huge follow-up chase down.
Yeah, nice little bomb by KTB getting the force there. Just unfortunate on the other side that the Uber ended up getting dropped. But all in all, I mean, only 10 ad pressures and took my homie. I mean, it's a good position for them, good salvage by them. As they will be on defense here. We'll see how, I want to see how Cat Posse decides to play these houses. So we have Tosh just jumping straight behind, drawing some eyes from Frick My Nick here. A lot of just point pressure still. Recommit here now. Onto Pablo. Pablo goes down. Follow-up bomb comes, absolutely crushing. Estrogen took my homie, and they get the cap. Gotta watch out for Scream and Frick My Nick. Salvage makes something happen, but looks like they're gonna be spotted pretty well. Doesn't look like they'll get anything.
And the headline there was only one of their players died. It was just the soldier that got in, Toss, who is now on the respawn, basically respawning in time to play that tight defense with this somewhat forward hold from the red team. They're starting to make their way to the patio, now getting eyes on both sides. They see two soldiers bombing in really quickly, throwing out the spam as best they can. Here comes the soldier follow-up. It's Frick My Nick able to take out Kura, which means no demo man, no stickies to worry about. They can start pushing their players forward.
It's still pretty ad on the side of Cat Posse. They do decide to pop this. It looks like they might have got forced there, but it looks like they're gonna get some good value. Almost taking down the demo there. Not quite going down, but now maybe chasing a little too far as Bro Team goes down. Green fighting the scout. 1v1 with Shining Star. A little bit helping the soldier here. Shining Star is gonna win it, but still very low and kind of stuck behind now. Still, that bought a lot of time for Cat Posse. They've already evened up the score and went ahead even. So depends how they deal with this Uber, if they're able to force Pablo here. So far, their bombs have been pretty effective, so got a good shot, is lucky to get set up here. Do not have Toss here quite yet, but we'll be here shortly. And Cap will now turn over. Estrogen's my homie, but you know, 80 to sad right here. We'll see how they decide to play the sack wave, or if they're going to decide to walk in, just shoot the people in front. Also, potentially valuable strategy sometimes if they're playing very passively. Looks like they will try to bait the cap, bring them forward here. Polly still denying the cap, not really able to get much cap time. Let's see if they still decide to go sack. We had 60% already. Might wait for it at this point, as you do have Toss in, landing on the bottom left again, and a lot of pretty good damage on the demo here. But Pablo is still very safe.
Meanwhile, Yum is hungry.
Even got the frag. 4-4. Oh, Yummy almost gets Polly. Polly winning that with the beam. Ubers have even down now. Seemed like a bit of an interesting strategy. It seems like they waited a while to send a sack wave, but then it wasn't quite a sack wave. But now they're like kind of in a weird staggered spawn situation. I guess they do have slightly better spawns. Quack's a little bit late, but aside from that, basically 6-on-6.
Oh, and Sleepy's waiting for an arrow, not getting it. No one's shooting at him, just standing still. Yum Yum on the point, finally gets enough pressure on Polly, so he's forcing off that Uber, gets a nice meat shot into Kura. just trying to find anything else while this counter Uber comes out. Hellstar tries to get that frag, but the scout escapes. Polly alive. And now Pregame also looking behind on Yum Yum, getting some good damage, but not able to finish it off. Gonna be Polly grabbing that frag on the back end.
Tusk coming in now on Pablo. Pablo doesn't look like he's does hit the low mini surf. Nice, just barely stays alive there. It was a good bomb by Tusk. He's getting in at all of these, angles through the houses, bombing through behind, recommitting, getting a lot of value. Just nice live there. But speaking of which, Tusk back in, not able to get anything that time.
That was a really well-timed bomb too. Just not enough support. No one else following it up in time. Just died instantly. And now Hellstar playing this point, trying to make sure that this cap tries to get a little bit closer to that edge. And a follow-up from Pregame tries to put some pressure onto the patio. Not gonna be enough though. The Uber's ready. They're going in, sending a player in. Quacks high in the sky, finally dies. And now the red players are starting to feel their oaths. They're going into the point, but the Uber's ready on both sides. The numbers advantage though, heavily in Cat Posse's favor.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful that they don't get another pick. Their spawns are not gonna make it to the fight in time. It looks like Pablo, a little bit slow to leave, does get caught there. This is gonna be a big turnaround on the side of Cat Posse, but that said, if they're able to dry fight before Ubers, then the small decide won't really matter in the long run. So they got a plenty big window to dry fight here, and they already got the screen behind, drawing some eyes. Bring Yum Yum all the way back. Yum Yum MG God, and gonna win it with the hobo toss there. The people like does give Estrogen a chance to get in though. Edging the gap, they gotta be very careful. Give up this cap. 0 on the clock right now.
Oh no, this cap.
And so many people up with the C9. And Estrogen take my homie, taking the first round.
Yeah, that's the hidden truth of any King of the Hill map, is that if they're at overtime, if they're at 0-0, you cannot let them cap. You cannot let them just boop, unless you are immediately ready to cap it. There's like a very small window, like a couple ticks, that you can stand on it after they cap it. And they missed it.
We'll see very slow last time. Let's see if we see that again. Just a lot of people just fighting for house control, trying to find a window, playing for spam, playing for drink the cap. But we'll see if that happens again. As we do have a bit of fight in the left house, but looks like our kind of back up still very slow 6-on-6. It's neither team committing super deep, but Estrogen took my homie as they've been doing in the past, edging the cap very well. Tossed in, signature toss bomb into the nuke. Probably going down to the bomb plus the pipe. Routine staying alive on the Cat Posse. You see Scream, Rained Soldiers able to get anything here, but very well protected here. Just gotta watch over the left house. He can look at it, but yeah, it looks like this will be a win, mid-win for Cat Posse. As Quacks in, does get a good rocket routine with a nice surf there. Follow up, another good surf, and Posse does come out, but holding on to the very least, not dropping it. As they get 3 picks, might be a forward opportunity here, actually, as Freeze is spawning and everybody up inside Cat Posse does look. We'll try to go for the forward. We'll go for the left side style, left side demo, and we'll see what they're med. Yeah, moving the med to the top right, it looks like. Actually playing more like a central position. Kind of interesting. I haven't seen this version before. A little bit different than the med holding, a little bit closer than usual, but just to see it, seems like I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's cross soldier spam. They're looking at the same spots from different angles. Could catch someone out, potentially. They back off, though, because the Uber's coming in. Gotta play that tight defense. Really high in the sky is Kura, falling very fast. The rest of the players, though, are reconvening onto this point. The Uber faded, and now there's nothing stopping red team. Cat Posse taking over the blue team. 2 players left alive, and they're both very low. Polly gonna grab a health pack, maybe make a miracle or a hero play if he can get himself healed up. He's completely behind right now. I don't know what he's waiting for. Gonna have to wait very patiently, though.
Yeah, probably just gonna wait for this recommit. Wait for his team to push in, try to go in at the same time. See if he tries to make a move now. Now, Estrogen make a move. Yep, does make the move at the same time. On the routine, gets a nice 3-shot on the med there. Lose Pablo at the same time. Kills traded back and forth. Demo going down. 4-3 now, but everyone on the side of Estrogen very low. And Yum Yum still alive, holding the point. We'll go down finally to Scream. That would be not a clean retake, but Estrogen took my homie. Did lose Pablo there, but did get a nice early kill on the routine right there. So good job by Polly with that recommit, staying behind, finding his window, going in, getting that med kill.
I was worried he's gonna have the curse of not being able to hit a medic that isn't looking at you. Seems like scouts always struggle with those, but he did not, and was able to also pick up on that demo. Really good turnaround for the blue team. Now they gotta hold on to what they've got. They've almost lost the point already. Good defense though. The soldier bombs on the red team though are looking like hellfire onto this medic.
Pablo
Toss.
gets the
He got an
path.
arrow.
And yeah, nice arrows by Pablo to keep them alive as well. Nice surf landing in the doorway right there. Key move to stay alive right there, especially from that double bomb. Unfortunately, you getting forced back that far. Had to give up the point, but at least not at disad. As Estrogen trying to walk through this bottom right here, just gotta watch out for these traps. Almost walks into it. Very careful to stay alive. Are a little bit low, end up popping it. Posse doesn't have Uber yet. Routine getting hit by pipe, staying alive, not healing though, still only 90%. Estrogen once again not catching the med. By staying alive. Well, another soldier bomb in. Routine once again surfing, staying alive. And that's 3 down inside Estrogen. Still have the point. Getting some time in there to finally get the force. Thanks to Electro Heart, pick my Nicholas, Aerovian fan. Probably just gonna die here, sync up the spawns as well as we can. But yeah, it just seems like the each time it does look like we have a pause. It looks like it just looks like every time Estrogen has the Uber ad, there's something that's catastrophic on the Uber, just chasing a little deep, not able to get much, not able to get, trying to go for the med, but not able to get it, and then just great reclaps like Posse catching them while they're deeply committed. So we'll see how they play with these Ubers. See if they're able to maybe milk them in a little bit deeper next time. Just taking a lot of damage getting in. It is very difficult on this map. I mean, when the other team has the point, it is very difficult to get through the spam, even if it's not a forward hold on Bagel. But will be a key factor in this match, I believe. So as we see Cap recapping are already in the lead. I got 51 seconds on the clock to run down. Do you have any other thoughts, Ro?
No, you explained it well. There's a lot of difficulty, like you said, making it through those spam, finding that entryway, even with the smallest of advantage, which Pablo does have, not likely to make use of it to its fullest extent. I think the best they can hope for is a quick little classic 3 or 4 man sack, get everyone in, try and get like anything, any pick at all, and potentially use that respawn wave to follow it up with whatever Uber they have at that point.
I don't think they can sack. They don't have enough time to sack wave because they can get forward help.
Exactly.
What they have to do is what most teams would do in the situation is just dry fight. I mean, Bagel. I mean, spam's difficult to deal with, but as long as it's not a forward hold, you should be able to walk in most of the time. Like once they can walk in, they can re-heal, re-establish it, and then just play the dry fight from there. Play to push the houses, play to edge the cap, play standard. But definitely no way they could sack wave. It's especially like with the touch advantage. If they had a very large time ad, you could maybe see it, but at this point, it's especially with how the Ubers have been going, it doesn't even most of the time when they have the large ad, not going too well for them. That's the benefit if they are able to just try and take the dry fight, even if the fight goes long again, they will get the Uber first, so will benefit them. They might be able to take it while they're already on top of them. As well as just kind of force them back with kind of the pressure as they get close, maybe get the cap off of that, so you gotta be very careful not to bleed players here. As we have Estrogen busting to this bottom right.
Well, blue is starting to make their way forward. Estrogen took my homies, finding their opening, grabbing Toss, who was trying to wrap from behind. One soldier pick is more than enough, grabbing the flank as well. Hello. Now the rest of the patio squad, the combo as it were. KTB grabbed 2 kills on his way out, but did die just now. Wow, the aggression, he's relentless. Polly getting in there, super deep. And now Pablo has the Uber, but not a lot of teammates up. They're just now on the respawn. Our HUD just slowly catching up to us, folks. I'm sorry. But the recap is already happening.
Probably would want to, yeah, and they do decide to trade. Actually, I have Cap Posse pretty clumped up here. I would like to see someone else on these Ubers to maybe make them force faster. Because right there, as we saw right there, just muscle hunks, protein, able to milk that so hard. Now having the Uber. And plus the point, as long as Uber's not absolutely catastrophic, this should be a 1 round. Just careful not to drop anybody here. As Duo's toss outside, but getting enough kills doesn't really matter at this point. Uber does finally come out. Gonna use it, clean up Quacks, looks like. Quack's gonna go down. That's gonna be a round, tying it up for Cap Posse.
Let's go. 1 for 1. Players responding in kind, saying, you can't just cap this alone. We're gonna win this one out.
Looks like this is where the pause happens, so probably on the side of Estrogen took my homie. Kind of stalking things out between a little attack pause, very wise. But yeah, as we see that, once again at our third mid. Previous one's been very slow, let you take it away.
Kura, we haven't been seeing too much aggression, or at least the one aggression we saw was taken out. Not going to see it this time, though. Toss getting on his position on that awning, trying to get a little bit of attention. Once they get the buffs out, there could be an opening here for the red team, but they look like they're just sitting back once more. No initiation. The blue team is going to be going forward now. Estrogen took my homie, goes straight to the medic, gets a ton of damage, but they surf. Routine with the surf off the wall to get all the way to the side, meet up with the soldiers, hit them with a couple arrows, get them back in there. That cleanup that they did earlier as well, the failed bomb as it were, really looking up for our homies, the Cat Posse.
Routine, yeah, it was very good movement this game, so we're staying alive against these bombs in key situations. And yeah, do have a nice little foothold established here. Yum Yum a little bit late, but should be fine, should get here in time. As Estrogen took my homie, trying to bust through the left side. Do manage to bust through pretty easily, no casualties yet. As we have Arovine pushing the right house. He's just starting to edge the cap here. No house control right now as we have a fight. Yum Yum juggled in a little bit, but is going to pick Electro Heart. KTB in, onto Pablo, other bomb in. Oh, and the drop by Toss! Absolutely huge play. Losing 3, but holding on to the Uber and holding on to the point. Might have to back up here, give the point, but can still at least spam, hook it a little bit, and it should be a pretty easy retake.
Ooh, but Yum Yum decides to initiate a little bit, and now the demo man, Kura, just a little bit disconnected from the squad. Not gonna matter for much longer. Quick arrow back in the fray. Starting to move their way to the left, to the right. Cat Posse retakes the point in almost no time. One scout tries, taps it, gives it a little up tap. Sleepy overcommitted though, might die to a direct rocket from Toss. And they had to use the Uber though. Did someone get the force? Yes.
Yeah, Quack, nice little bomb there. Whole sack wave, but rest of the sack wave didn't really land anything on the mud, just Quack's able to get a nice angle through house, hit Routine when he wasn't looking, and get a nice little force there. So good job by Quacks, good play. Unfortunately, the rest of the team was not able to create any picks on that sack wave, so we'll get forward held again, but Quack's now busting through other soldier now, and once again, Estrogen getting it pretty cleanly, but KTV behind, now bombing into it. Pablo under the corner, going down. Extra damage on everyone else too. And now Estrogen, probably in salvage mode, trying to go for the med, just trying to create picks. Trying to get onto Routine here. Routine, once again, very safe. The pack. Oh, screen behind though, onto Routine. Nice pick, taking down, taking the little launch pad, getting onto Routine there. Evening that out, but Estrogen was able to actually cap there and all that. Cat Posse will be able to recap a little bit, seems like. But maybe not, actually. Estrogen, good spawn times, able to get here pretty quick. Deny the cap, still letting it tick down in their favor.
Oh, nice. Little fadeaway jump from Yum Yum to pick that up before Hellstar got taken out. One scout down isn't going to make that huge of a difference, but blue team needs to find this opening, make something of it, right?
Yeah,
so they're starting to make their way in.
Yeah, definitely don't underestimate the value of one pick on a bagel. Just the fact that it gives you so much less control over a house, makes it so much easier to push one side, which in turn means you can take control and then edge the cap. Definitely can make a big difference. As we have a bomb coming in, Bablu hitting the surf. Yum Yum not quite able to get it. And a nice little downward spike by Arovine on the soldier there, getting another pick. And absorbing the sack wave very well is Estrogen took my homie, as they have point once again. Still a lot of time to make up, still a minute behind, but not too bad in the grand scheme of things. Now able to establish the forward. Neither team's had too much trouble breaking out of the forward hold so far, as we have Toss getting through, clearing the sticks. Early bomb, getting some spam door by Quacks. KTB also through, kind of just on the ground, getting taken down. And yeah, Cat Posse not able to get through quite as cleanly. Yum Yum behind. Let's see if they notice him.
Yes.
And he is noticed by Polly. Gonna go fight him. Alone, taking the 1v1 with MG Master, but is able to win it. A little bit of follow-up from Scream. Some extra chip from afar. So, still in the forward hold. Estrogen took my homie. Cat Posse hasn't been able to really stuff him in the forward hold very long. Estrogen doing a better job of it so far, it seems. The soldiers bombing on the left, but it looks like Cat Posse has out-rotated them. Onto the top right. Soldier now bombing onto the left. Quack's going down here very early. And the soldier pick is very big, but the force does come out. On the side of Cat Posse, now Estrogen took my homie, holding the point with full Uber ad. Only one down. Will be a little bit easier for Cat Posse to push these houses with Quacks down, but still can't do much with these Ubers unless they choose to sell out here. are seeing if they can just bait the cap, maybe bait Estrogen to use by just touching the cap here. They do always have it, but Estrogen's still holding on to it, Poly denying it. He's gotta watch where he sticks. Looks like they might side stake. Pablo steps forward for a second with Poly, but decide again, gonna relax, still holding on to the point, make them initiate. And just a single soldier bomb comes in, drives him back for a second, gives him the cap, but still 50 ad for Estrogen took my homie. His toss goes down, and that's advantage with toss dying there, so it's gonna be easy recap. And now onus is on Cap Posse. You really have to make something happen soon.
Yeah, I was desperately waiting for those soldiers on Cap Posse to make an opening, go for the force. Only one soldier was able to make an opportunity there, or try to take an opportunity. Now, Cap Posse are gonna get their Uber potentially in time, but they gotta get the force out now, and they can't bleed any more players. They have a couple wrapped around, but they lose their medic. Protein falls down, Pregame falls close behind. Red team now trying to come back onto this combo. Does take out Pablo, but Sleepy versus Toss. Who's gonna win around the bagel? Nice little surf, but Toss, eyes like a hawk, trained to follow the prey.
Very important. Same thing, just it feels like they had a good Uber at the start, just not waiting to post. So it feels like they're not collected after they get the picks with the initial Uber and their advantage. But it was a good job picking up Protein. They stopped and getting Uber at 90%. Oh, nice! Little air shot. But Quack's there. Quack's going down nonetheless. Because we have key last fight and huge damage by the bombs, huge cleanup by the scouts. Near wipe, I actually took my homie. They do have a little bit of time. Pablo living here, but at the time on the cap, they got Scream behind. Scream again needs to make a play as the rest of the team coming in. As the rest of the team is coming in now. Do have point time? Do have to commit super deep quite yet? But, oh, and they do Kurama still dead. Getting taken down by Scream. In the back line, Estrogen fighting for the point. No sticks to worry about. Toss getting caught here. And no retouch in time. Even the 0-0. And Estrogen able to take another close round here.
Double overtime. Very close, yeah.
Bagel, very chaotic map. Just nice little refight there. Absolute clutch play by Scream. Taking out Kurama in the back line there. Yeah, just big stuff, big stuff. As we have another mid row.
This is good. But will Kura find that opening? I'm on eyes. Red team is trying to get a little more of an edge. KTB just scoping out the house. Has a good angle on Frickmynick. Frickmynick jumps up. Now tries to initiate, gets on top of the medic. Protein down with that follow-up bomb from Quacks. Able to take out the medic. This is looking good for Red. They're retaking it. They lose a mid, they win a mid, they lose a mid, they win a mid. And now they got one player left to worry about. Poly falls.
Losing the med very early there, but the counter bomb just as effective, taking out Pablo. More effective even, as they pretty much wiped Estrogen, took my homie there. A lot more aggressive than the first few mids, as we've seen. This couple mids very slow. The last couple, very chaotic. And so far, in favor of Cap Posse here. Holding onto the point. Yes, once again, not able to really work too deeply. Estrogen getting in pretty quickly for the most part. Shining Star getting some nice damage. Just picking off Quacks in that house there, just not able to get healed up in time. And Cap Posse positioned very aggressively here. Taking a 1v1 Scream. Yeah, Shining Star, another MG Master. Taking out Scream. Toss getting a nice little position on the air conditioner, forcing them out. Fortunate for Estrogen, able to live there, but still bleeding people on the axis against stagger the spawns. Could buy even more time for Cap Posse there.
This round has just been the Shining Star special. A ton of different 1v1s just single-handedly done. No damage taken. Following up, chasing down frags. Blue team is in a sweat. And they now need to make their way forward through Kuro's great trap, instantly doming Quacks into the ground. They're following up really aggressively, getting some players forward. Sleepy's getting a little low. The demo pushing up. Kuro gets arrowed as well. Oh man, they managed to bully their way through, but Yum Yum picked up Scream. Blue is not at the numbers they need to for this. Pablo gets forced out by the combination Sticky and Rockets, but Blue team has to once again yield and back off. Oh, but Yum Yum very deep in there.
Kind of had to back off there, take the 50-50 trade. Just weren't able to get anyone else in, but are able to get that pick. Now again, as one pick, and KTB trading it out. Bulge pick arguably more valuable in this situation. Less control of the spam of the house, but now 2 picks, 4-4 now, very close fight. Estrogen finally edging it away. trading picks, snowballing them one by one. It's gonna be one refight by Estrogen took my homie. But still, massive time advantage for Cat Posse now. Now 2 minutes up on the clock. It's gonna be very difficult to claw back from this.
Exactly. One single fight that red team wins basically converts to potentially the round win. So it depends on what happens when dust settles. And right now, Kuro's shaking up some dust over on the house, pulling some players back, getting some attention, but is pretty much committed to the point alone. Paulie tries to challenge it, not getting the support that he needs to push that demo out, to get that frag. Shining Star and Yum Yum now on the point, finishing up this cap nice and quickly. Scream reconvenes onto the point himself, has to rotate around. One scout falls in the exchange. That was interesting. That one advantage could be a big factor here, but right now it's just the aggressive bump from KTB.
Nice surf once
Not
again
enough.
by Pablo, surfing near that doorway. Just another clean little surf by Pablo. Great job by him, but good try by KTB. As we have still 5-on-5 here. Kura kind of far forward, but hits a nice pipe on the quack, takes him down, some help from Toss. That's gonna make it much easier to hold this, much easier to hold the houses. And he had that soldier pick. Now both soldier picks. Not much the Estrogen can do to really initiate. Now kind of stuck in, getting forced by Toss, pinched by Yum Yum behind. Forced to come forward, much better Uber. Will they get caught here? Yum Yum crunching them along with all the Uber players. Everyone getting destroyed on this top right platform here. And that's gonna be just two soldier picks converted into force. Great play by Cat Posse there. And now only 10 seconds left. Gonna be very hard for Estrogen to bust in here. So we'll try to get in, have a little bit of cap time. Gonna bring overtime. You have Soldier just walking into touch point, gets melted instantly. KTB might get traded out though. Yeah, almost gets arrow, but not quite. I'm in behind. Now 2 picks. Numbers are in favor of Estrogen as long as they take down Yum Yum. Other soldier in on top of Ski. Oh, takes down the mat instantly. Are also very low here. They do cap the point, but denying the med here is going to make it very difficult. And Cat Posse have plenty of time to refight this right now. Plenty of opportunity to walk in, just touch the cap, edge it. 2 minutes to work with. Do basically whatever they want. And on top of that, have the Uber advantage. As long as they get absolutely anything with this Uber, as long as it's not a complete catastrophe, no pun intended, it should be a round win. So we have Shining Star touching the cap here.
But Frick my Nick gets onto the medic, gets the force on Brotein. Not able to get the drop, which would have been the game changer. Right now the cap is still going very much favorably, but Sleepy on top of Kura, getting bounced onto the point and instantly gibbed. But the red cap is almost finishing, you gotta stay on it. Sleepy very low on health as well. The follow-up is too strong. The DM of red team, Cat Posse, finds their mark, grabs themselves a return round. 2-2.
Yeah, but it's almost very good for Estrogen to my homie. They got the demo pick outside the Uber, just wasn't quite enough. But yeah, so far been a very close game so far. 2-2. Now going into round number 5. So once again, let you take it away with the mid.
I want to see if Sleepy's got this mid figured out. Right now, though, a very fast bomb from Toss is going to pull some players forward, backwards, all kinds of different directions. Toss is now coming back in onto the demo man. Nope, goes straight for the medic instead. Pablo surfs around the bend, can't survive in the face of Toss. Frick my Nick, gonna grab that revenge frag before falling to KTB himself. So many players have died on both sides, both medics have fallen, and blue team looks like they have the positioning to take the first cap. But that might not mean too much, because the players are already reconvening on the patio.
Yeah, so far these mids have been very even. Last couple ones, just a lot of aggression. Both mids going down in most of these last couple mids. Once again, just Estrogen coming out just slightly ahead this time. But not able to really hold this cap. They do trade the kill, but just Cat Posse with a superior ability to edge right now. The control, but once again, same thing on the side of Estrogen. Just kind of the waves coming and flowing, coming and going. One team caps, other caps. Now Cat Posse vying for control of it, but health not looking good. Estrogen health looking much better. Should be able to hold on this for a while and milk some more time. So yeah, Paulie a little banged up here, but getting rehealed. And yeah, on Cat Posse now to make something happen. As we do have something happen. Toss is in, does get the force. Nice play by Toss there. Uber does come forward. And actually, they have to drop 2 players to hold on to it. And now 3 people down on the side of Cat Posse. Now committed just leaving all the way. Just gonna play the Uber advantage, but so far a good start by Estrogen took my homie. Will be an Uber repush, but Estrogen able to get kind of sort of a semi-forward here. Oh, and early pipe onto Protein. Forces out the Uber very early. So this is about as good as you get for Estrogen took my homie. They scatter. Looks like only gonna lose Quacks there. So yeah, pretty good situation. Probably the best they could have hoped for in that situation. And even better, they actually trade Yum Yum as they cap the points. They're gonna be the late spawn on him. Bomb comes in, tries to Sleepy while he's alone. KGB taking the MG 1v1, no pack here. And he's gonna go down to the 8 whip by Frick My Neck. Just tried to get back in there, salvage, get the kills, but take down the med, even out that Uber, but weren't able to get anything. Now Estrogen been doing pretty well with their forward hold so far. In a forward hold with the Uber advantage. Big chance to go ahead 3-2 here. This is their round to lose at this point. As we have Cat Posse deciding to just meet them on the top left here. Their perspective, Yum Yum busting through, not able to get any follow-up though. Toss now busting in. Oh, he gets a drop onto Pablo! Pablo doesn't use. Goes down there.
Very interesting.
And big salvage by, I believe that was Toss or KTB, either one. Whoever it was, credit to them. Looked like kind of a dire push. Yum Yum going down very early, not getting anything, gets the burst, but then just enough damage on the Pablo there that the bomb was able to get the drop there, and now still a lot of time to make up for Cat Posse. Full ad as Estrogen busting through the right here.
Oh, and aggressive bombs coming in from both Red Soldiers, able to pick up Pablo as well. Has put a ton of damage into the rest of the team, but this disconnect from Kura might cost them the damage they need, because now the recap is happening right away. Good aggression onto the scout as well. Only 1 player alive, Routine on the escape. Has to 1v1 scream! First, do no harm, but Quacks quick to follow up. Very late death there for Protein. Means that, well, Cat Posse has more breathing room. Or, sorry, excuse me, reverse that. Estrogen took my homies, have some breathing room.
Oh, but Pablo going down, seems like it won't matter. Toss taking on Pablo again. That's the soldiers of Cat Posse just doing so much this game, getting on the med, just getting pick after pick after pick on the med. Doesn't matter though, and unfortunately they did deny the spawns. So not only 3 up on side of Cat Posse, and Estrogen pretty much showing up right now. Cat Posse gonna have to yield at the point because of that. It looks like Estrogen. Slight disad, won't matter though, if unless Cat Posse is able to send this to overtime or recap again. Because based on the time, it looks like Cat Posse might not even get the super, so it looks like it might end up being just a dry fight.
Yeah, really desperate spot right now. Cat Posse does not want to let go at this point. They've got enough time on it, but they lost their medic Routine, and the frags are slowly racking up for all the classes. Frick My Nick grabbing 4 kills in that last exchange, letting the time run out and grabbing the 3rd round. Match point. Estrogen take my homies. They're right there. They're on the doorstep. They gotta cross the line.
Yeah, this definitely is somewhat of a hindsight call and difficult to make in this situation. I wonder if it may have been better given their Uber percentage. If they had a lot of cap time, they could have waited and then waited for the Uber and then took the fight instead of going for the coin flip aggression there. But hindsight, 50-50, nonetheless. Match point, Estrogen took my homie. Cat Posse needs from this round to tie it up.
And it feels like Cat Posse has generally responded well. They saw what went wrong in the last round. They make the changes. And right now, Yum Yum getting right in the face of the enemy soldier. Frick My Nick taking him down. Good aggression from Hellstar, Shining Star, getting right into the face of Polly. Not afraid whatsoever. Just really good aggression. And then a follow-up frag onto Quacks. I really like just everything about this. Cat Posse always seems to like figure out what went wrong and immediately execute it. It's one thing to know what's going wrong, it's another thing to make sure you do what's right.
Do the right thing, do the right thing. Remember kids, do the right thing, always do what's right. But it's, we do have Estrogen once again busting through pretty easily on this bottom right. They do, Uber does get forced out actually, or at least pursue around the other side. But, Cat Posse, gotta be very careful about overchasing, have overchased a little bit in the past. Giants are going very deep here. Yum Yum following up, getting some nice ship, focusing down Polly there, so. just playing the edge there, getting aggressive enough to get that pick, but not too far to die. So nice play by the scouts there. And still kind of like sort of soft board hold. Both scouts. Oh no, the soldier. Brickminer gets launched in at max speed, but not able to get anything with it. Will make enough space for Steam to kind of walk in here as Toss walking out. Cat Posse with a minute advantage already. KDB juggling play in the house. Gets in Toss, taking him down. And gotta be very careful. Now the aggression, trying to take on Pablo. Pablo going down. That's going to be a near wipe once again. Only Electroheart 95 alive, and he is going to go down.
That was great calls from Cat Posse saying, hey, their scout and soldier are a little weak on the right side, in your house. Boom, instant follow-up from KTB and Toss, getting a ton of damage and committing to the combo, making sure that Pablo does not escape either. Huge swing in terms of Uber advantage, numbers advantage. Right now, though, they just threw away KTB. They're going to push the scouts forward, try and get a double Uber, grab anything they can, but it looks like potentially Pablo could not find the
Just
timing.
too close once again. Just it feels like so many times when Ashton took my home, the same could be very, very different. It's just Pablo just staying maybe just a touch too long in a lot of these situations. Just a touch too close on a lot of these disad situations. Just getting caught, and especially this round has just been, so many deaths so far. Has made it very difficult for Ashton took my home to get back in this. Still have a round to lose, but still losing an opportunity to potentially put this round away is going to be a lot of time to make up, down 2.5 minutes. And already losing Quacks. And Toss going behind. KTB now in. Pablo surfing into Toss though. Toss pinching them. And then that looks like it's going to be... Oh, but they do manage to get Scream takes down Bro Team there. Salvaging a little bit, but will be enough with only 20 seconds left. It seems like it will be an uphill battle. Do have the better spawns. It might be able to get there. It's Quack spots out Yum Yum. He's gonna look at him. He's gonna watch him. Keep an eye on him.
Shining Star.
gets the rocket.
Yum Yum! He's going ham. Wrapping around the bend. Players have to commit forward though. They're getting the cap time off. Cat Posse.
Yeah, we do have a pause here. Maybe kind of a mid-round tack pause based on the timing. Or actually probably post. Assuming I shouldn't recap this, but yeah, we have to recap. We have Yum Yum behind here. He's got the pack, just barely lived. Quack spotted out, just wasn't able to get the quick 2-shot. Nice little surf out, just ratting behind by Yum Yum. Shining Star is still down here, so no scouts with a combo on side of Cat Posse right here. So Estrogen, if Cat Posse not careful, chance to get aggressive here on the combo. When no scouts die, just have to be very careful for Yum Yum. Avril Lavigne fan, Frick My Neck, Electroheart. All three, the 3-in-1, the Holy Trinity, go for the back here. Just gotta be very careful not to get cleaned up here, and we'll see what happens after the pause. Ro, any thoughts on what Estrogen needs to do to get the miracle 3-minute 0 comeback?
It's too big. Just like we've been seeing the whole match. Maybe not the best word choice, but the edging on the point, just constantly pressuring it. Someone has to commit to it to make sure that they stop it because of that bagel in the center, blocking the line of sight. You have to touch the point. You can't really overextend to fight what's on the other side. So it's very difficult to prevent a recap situation here. I think it's mostly in Cat Posse's hands to retake this point at any given moment, just because of that pressure alone. So I'd be very hard-pressed to see Estrogen pull off the 3-0 comeback, the 3-minute comeback, when they have to keep the constant pressure on anyone who's touching the point. They can't just be halfway on the safe side, all the way in the back lines by the patio. They have to commit to the point, or else once that cap goes off, it's over.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Bagel, just with the fast gap time, it's just the high turnover rate makes it inherently just difficult to hold for 3 minutes. You just can't give any... You're kind of forced to aggress, and when you're forced to aggress into their team like that, this is going to be very difficult. With the long response times, you have to pretty much wipe them every time. And otherwise, it's just going to be, best case scenario for them. They refight with the better spawns and then just retake off that. So just on Estrogen has to make aggressive plays, I think. But at the same time, really can't afford to. I mean, it's just like you said, it's an uphill battle trying to come back this much time. In a match like this, Bagel specifically, especially. Clear cut, product. I mean, obviously very difficult on those maps too, but especially on Bagel, just so difficult to do. But yeah, I mean, for next round, what I want to see from Estrogen took my home. It just seems like they're staying in a little bit too. They'll lose 2 picks, and then Cat Posse very smart at pressuring the people in, getting these forces, getting these extra picks, snowballing it. Estrogen is not able to fight while they're still staying in down their players, just slow to leave. I just want to see Estrogen leaving these fights a little bit sooner. And also just there's been 1 or 2 times just the med getting caught by the other team's Uber, just not able to stay alive and hold on to dad there. I think just keeping the med alive in these situations is going to be a key factor for this next round if we see one, which it does seem pretty likely at this point.
And although I just want to look at the scoreboard real quick, just because I'm seeing some players with some dominant scores. Brotein at 120 points as medic. Meanwhile, on the other side, Polly alone, the only person to break 100 points. And one other thing I noticed is the blue soldiers, I would say what I would have considered some very experienced soldiers working together just a little bit lower on that lower end, not really getting those openings that KTB and Toss have been yielding all game.
Oh, we're back to it. Go, player behind Yum Yum isn't going to get spotted, taking down by Quacks. So, you have to pick in their favor, Estrogen, still 250 to go. A lot of time to make up still. They do have 30 here, but just gotta be very careful. Keep an eye on these houses, keep an eye on their med, making sure they're ready. And here comes the bomb. Let's see if they're ready for it. Pablo, yep, it's a little serve. They're able to survive it, but they can't. Just that one bomb makes so much space for Cap Posse. They're able to almost cap already. Now bringing the rest of the team to point, but they do get the 2 picks. Taking down Toss, taking Shining Star Pablo. Once again, nice movement there, staying alive, but the other bomb by KTB. We're getting the pack there.
I am
a good
very impressed right now.
Burning 1 minute already.
Yeah, these surfs from Pablo have been absolutely instrumental to their potential to run this clock out for another 2 minutes. No force, good surfs, gets back to the health. Really good
Sleepy
bomb onto
Sleepy.
Launches him so much damage, finally takes him out. Pablo not committing to saving the demo there. And now has to make a decision with the rest of the squad. Meanwhile, the other Uber is ready and popped. But on the point now.
Yeah, and doesn't look good so far. It's 4-4. It's still winnable, but the better Uber for Cat Posse. And they woke up. I mean, you could double call that C9 because they had people up, but I think it was pretty inevitable it was going to happen, just given how much cap time they had. They just needed to touch it for a hair, and it would have been over. I think what I wanted to see from Estrogen there is I just would have liked to see them force that trade a little bit sooner. Just gave them way too much cap time to work with there. So we go on to our final mid on Bagel.
If history is anything to go off of, this is Estrogen's round. They seem to also respond in kind when they see a loss. They've got Polly playing a little bit aggressive on the point. Frick My Neck also getting some nice angles. KTB waiting for that arrow. Not really any pressure in the house. Blue team, however, has complete control of their side at least.
Yeah, both
Frick
teams.
My Neck.
Both teams playing this very slow, much like their earlier minutes. But Kuro juggling up Frick My Neck, taking him down. Polly now taking 2-on-1 in the house, now losing 2. This looks like it's going to be a first mid for Cat Posse. Sleepy also going down. And KTB onto the combo. Gets a lot of damage, not able to get the med though. Pablo wisely retreating in time to stay alive there. Cat Posse now with the foothold with the point. First Cap. Their match to win, their match to lose. Estrogen getting through the bottom right pretty easily, just kind of walking in. Going to be a neutral dry fight pretty much. We'll see what they decide to do in these houses. Scream just poking to this left house. Kind of left vacated as Toss tries to bomb through. Just barely touching that last pocket, able to get out there, but and all that commotion, Estrogen was able to edge away the cap, retake. Once again, very even, and just recollecting inside Cat Posse as they repush. Polly going down, looking to deny the cap. Spam back and forth. Left house control for Quacks here, just getting good spam onto the point. As Uber does come out, they take the Uber aggressively. So they take down Shining Star, not able to get flashed in time. It's Polly back up to their side, just gonna play off their pick. Gonna play it slow, no need to rush this. Now denying the cap. Yum Yum getting really aggro onto Polly. Yum Yum pushed back. Bomb coming back, KTB onto Pablo. 1 health. Oh, nice land onto the logs. If he stayed on the logs, he might have lived. KTB just barely getting last rocket off in time. That's gonna be a decent little ad for Cat Posse, as well as probably the point here. So you have the salvage coming in. Oh, and Broken going down. Nice salvage by the soldier, by Admiral Levine. And
these soldiers have been
more
going
live.
ham right now.
Poly.
Brick taking out the medic, KTB as well. But now the respawns are once again shifting sides significantly in favor of the team that doesn't own the point. And now the really aggressive Poly does manage to at least get a nice little trade with Toss. And that means blue team can now start making their way forward here with a soldier down advantage.
In this situation, sometimes when you're edging the cap, having that soldier pick can be key. But Yum Yum onto the med here, onto the combo, takes down Sleepy. Pablo moving to the right there. Just had to be more aware that left house was unwatched. Just be aware of which houses aren't being watched at the present moment. And Yum Yum was able to get through there. Still, the spawn time's in their favor, so Estrogen able to re-push here, and KTB just kind of getting caught out in front here. Yum Yum as well, going down. Quacks. This is going to be point for Estrogen. As we have Quacks just going on at the combo, getting the force. Break my neck, falling up, forcing it out, but they do lose 3 here. They will, if they're able to hold an Uber, it could be worth it, but they just decide to just counter pop. But gotta make some picks with this happen, gotta make something happen, otherwise Cat Posse just gonna be able to refight with the spawns. We got the better spawns. If they get KTB here, might be worth it. KTB, but the rest of the clubs come again. And just losing too many players here. Lost too many players before that Uber came out, I think. But Protein, maybe kind of bad spot. Already low. He's gonna be able to back in the house, take down KTP. Kira getting nice sticky onto Quacks, taking him down. And just kind of chaos back and forth. I just think Estrogen probably would have been better to just hold on to that Uber there, or save their players if they're able to. But now losing another player, 4-4. It's chaos back and forth, and Cat Posse coming up ahead with 50 ad, the point, and time advantage. So Estrogen's really got to make something happen here off this pick if they want to stay in this. And they do decide to get aggressive, yet they do make something happen. Take down Kura there. Just going down on the side, recap. We got to be very careful with this Uber on the side of Routine. Routine now with about 40 ad. Just got to be very cautious here. Oh, rolling behind, and it gets dropped! Everything goes down! That's going to be a recap of Cat Posse, but at the cost of and Pablo also going down. Just once again, Estrogen not able to keep their meta alive doing all of that. And with a huge play by the soldier, taking down Protein. It might not be enough though. With Estrogen now taking control. Even Ubers. Oh, but if they get Kira here, and he kills Raider, soldier for a demo, okay trade. Even though it is defense, is a little sketchy. Only a 3-second respawn time though, so not too bad in the grand scheme of things in this particular situation.
Meanwhile, Shining Star starting to get that cap initiated. Good bomb from KTB and a follow-up from Toss. Able to get some good damage onto the combo, but not quite enough to finish things off. They're going to be rotating and reconvening onto this point here. Blue, Estrogen took my homie. They have the opportunity to retake this point and settle this difference. The Ubers are so even right now. Both players are potentially going to get the Ubers in time. They need to be very careful about how they decide to do this pre-Uber fight. And Yum Yum, just a little overextended. Was trying to get some ground, did not have the support. Left alone, left to die. And now Kura convenes onto this point. Throws some good damage onto Sleepy. But the bomb from Quacks
comes out very early. Just a single bomb though. Kura going very low, gonna live. And the force gonna come out. I don't think they needed to force that situation there, just with the Uber already being even and having the cap. And now Uber coming out beside a Cat Posse. Actually taking a long time to kill this demo, just got the 80-80 spin and staying alive for a while. 10 seconds for Estrogen. Recap for Cat Posse. It all comes down to this last dry fight. They will have time to whip their players, but it will come down to this last fight, and Cat Posse in a better position on the point. See, KTB on the Poly, they get aggressive on the people while they're waiting for the spawns. I like the aggression, I like they're not playing scared. Get 2 picks, Poly already, and Scream force touch the cap. Players dying one by one by Estrogen, but they do take down Kura at the same time. And one soldier alive, just break my neck. Just Scream going down, can take down my Shining Star. Poly in to salvage here, but staggered spawns. It doesn't look good for Estrogen. Cat Posse just need to clean up these players. And that'll be 0-0 overtime. Nonetheless, good game by Cat Posse.
There was
Super close
one
game.
player on Cat Posse that I think decided that last round on so many different levels, and that was Toss. Toss was going ham on Soldier. There was actually I wasn't able to talk about it because there was just so much action going on. Toss got launched into the sky and was going to die. Did a nice little mini rocket against the wall before landing on the like little supply crates or whatever they are on the patio. Ended up not taking enough fall damage and was able to stay alive for a couple of fights afterwards, even though they had lost KTB. And then there was something shortly after that where Toss just constantly finding those bombing opportunities, getting the damage in, the frags. Toss was a huge player for a lot of those fights to like make sure that with how close that final fight was, every moment that Toss was alive, I noticed he made a significant impact on every single like fight.
Yeah, so I mean, looking at the logs here, Toss went positive on Rome. We're going 40 and 35.
Huge.
Um, Rama also top damaging, coming away with just doing getting a lot more done. Got 350 DPM. To Sleepy's 260, 26 to 21, 21 KD, 21 25. Pretty similar in the kills, just a little bit less stats, but understandable. But I think a lot of that comes from the fact that Cat Posse players are gonna have the better stats. Just because if you look at the med deaths, Estrogen took my homies forced to salvage so much more often. Just had less heals. As Pablo dying 13 times to Protein, excuse me, Pablo dying 22 times to to Protein only dying 13 times. That's an absolutely huge difference. It's five more Ubers, and I mean, considering the game was so close, going into 0-0 overtime in the last round, or a lot of other times going to 0-0 overtime or close overtime. The fact they made it so close in spite of losing the med so often, I think, is very shocking and really shows how much and how well Estrogen My Homie is able to salvage. Just I think a few of those situations, getting caught by Ubers, getting caught in just a couple of those drops, just any of those small mistakes cleaned up a little bit more, and this could have been Estrogen My Homie's game.
And the other one stat we can actually glean from these logs, whoever won the mid fight won the round, which is probably not surprising, but I feel like it should be. That feels like an anomaly of a stat. Normally, sometimes you win the mid, especially for 5 CP, typically wins. But there's sometimes like outliers, something deviates from the norm. But no, having that initial cap time, that initial aggression, just seemed to have worked in whichever team won the mid's advantage. They start with more time, they get further along, they play the tighter defense if they get the forward hold. Really
Yeah,
interesting.
it's a very well played game. I mean, if you look at both the damage and the kills on the side of Cat Boss, just all the stats in their favor. They got five more Ubers, 5,000 more damage, more mid fights, 31 more or 30 more kills, 200 more heals per minute almost. It's just, I mean, great job by Ashen. They found ways to stay in it, found ways to almost come back and win. Paulie also having a monster game, almost having as much DPM as Kurama here, in 45 and 28. Did his best, but that will be it for our match, I think. So, Ro, any other thoughts or any final thoughts?
None. This was just a really good game. I mean, going into this, when you only we're in the first week, technically, this is a stage one, week one game. It's being played, later. And as a result, like, you just don't have a lot of information to go off of when you see these two teams, right? They've only been playing against the best teams or having some weird games. And then you're like hoping a good match comes out of it. And man, all the players delivered. Everyone had a moment. Everyone was doing something significant in the mid fights or in the return rounds, the bombs, the scout 1v1s, crazy, crazy stuff. Really happy that this game went the way it did. Really looking forward to see Cat Posse kind of make more of a name for themselves with such a commanding performance on this map.
Yeah, looking at the game so far, I mean, it's been very close. Lost 2-4 to Greasy Thong Dogs, or whatever the name is, and 1-0 versus Cat Girl Cafe, the other cat team. Now coming up with another close one, 4-3. So great start to their season. So, yeah, it looks like everyone's packing up, leaving the server. No other thoughts? Then any last shout outs, bro?
Shots the chance. For you, Giblert?
Yep, pass over to Jay first. Jay, do you have any, or siyo, our producer? Got anything to say?
Shout out to everybody for watching. We got partnership. Hooray.
Yep, thank you, thank you. Thanks again to Fireside Cast for having me. Thanks to the teams for putting on a great show. Thanks to my co-caster, Ro, and of course our producer. And also shout out to myself if you want to see some really bad casts, much less production quality, much less quality, then check out Twitch TV/big and read some all division casts later this season. And of course our main channel, Fireside One, Fireside Casts for some more good stuff. I think that about wraps it up. So thanks for watching everyone and good night.